Okay, come on, let's go. Good morning, everybody. I'm home. Made it in late last night, and I'm out here trying to take the dogs for a quick walk this morning. The dogs are just as feisty as ever and dragging me down the street, barking at everything in sight. I'm getting ready to break fast, and I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and have a can of sardines, maybe 2 cans of sardines if I'm hungry enough. Feeling pretty hungry. All I ate for dinner last night was 2 hamburger patties from McDonald's. So hungry early. It's only 9:30 in the morning, but I'm finna eat these. Okay, so this is how I like to eat them. I'm gonna sprinkle this. This is some Frank's Red Hot. Not technically carnivore, but that's okay. I'm gonna have some of that, and then I'm gonna put a little salt, and that's how I'm gonna enjoy these sardines. Super good. Interestingly, when I put that in my mouth, it tasted sweet. That's weird. Yeah. Going down the stairs one at a time because I tweaked my knee. Yep. I'm having another can. Still hungry. Yeah, I am exhausted today. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these low-dose caffeine and theanine pills because I got in so late last night and I'm very, very tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these and hopefully be able to wake up and finish my workday. It's fall, you guys. Let me show you these trees. Yeah, the leaves are falling and it's nice out today, though. It's kind of warm, actually. I got on a coat, but probably don't really even need it. Taking the dogs for a quick walk before I go back to work. I had to take an hour lunch today and go ahead and go lay down and take a nap because I got in late last night, maybe around midnight. I got home, and so had to get up this morning and go to work, but super tired today. So let's do a little walk and talk. I do not know what I did with my selfie stick. I put it somewhere before I left, and yeah, I have no idea where it is. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the things that I learned while I was on this trip for work. I took a trip to Dallas for work, a work meeting, and I had an experience. It was pretty good in some ways, and in other ways it was a little bit challenging. I guess the first thing was that be prepared to fast. And I talk about this often because I'm of the mind that if there's no meat someplace, and the proper meat for me at the time and for my way of eating that I'm choosing at that moment, then I'm not going to be able to eat there. So no meat, no eat. I went to Costco and got a bag of chomps to try. And I think I had a reaction to those. So though I was prepared in a way, and my number 2 thing is to be prepared, that ended up not really being as effective as I wanted to be, because I think the chomps caused a little bit of a breakout in my hands. I'm going to try them again, because the only thing really in them that could have caused a problem might be the black pepper. So I'm going to try it again and see if I have the same reaction. Because one other thing that I wanted to say is that you never know what they're putting in the food that you're eating when you go to these restaurants. What are they marinating it in, and what are they putting on the grill to cook it in? So had a very delicious 18-ounce ribeye. I'll try to put a picture of that in here. It was so good. But I've had a little bit of blistering in my hands. So I'm just wondering if they maybe cooked that steak in something, some kind of a seed oil or something. Did they put something on it that I can't have? So that's another thing, is if you're going to go be traveling and you're going to be eating out, just got to be aware that you're not going to be able to tell necessarily what they put in the food. Now, typically, if I would have been on my normal way of eating, I'm on the sea lion diet this month. So that means I can only have, my boys are like stopping at every mailbox. Like, they haven't been able to smell the mailboxes since I've been gone. So typically when I would be traveling, I would have some purse bacon. I would cook up a batch of bacon and take it with me. But in this case, on beef and ruminant animal and seafood only. So I was not able to have bacon and eggs. Which was, I mean, they had great breakfasts there every day. I think they had eggs and sausage or, stuff like that every day. But since I wasn't eating eggs, I wasn't able to partake of any of that. They also had chicken. I wasn't able to have that. I did hear that they had lamb gyros one day. Gyro. You know what I'm talking about. One of the days, they were having something that for some reason looked super good to me. I think they called them Power Bowls, as a matter of fact. I think they called them Power Bowls. It had like couscous and Greek yogurt, chicken, vegetables and stuff like that. It looked really good to me for some reason. And I kind of was feeling like, man, envious. That was a shock. I was so surprised that I even had any thought about what they were eating. And I've really gotten used to being around other people eating things that I don't any longer partake of. Because, I mean, my whole family eats stuff that I don't eat. There's always church events that I'm attending, and there's always these events that I'm attending where there's lots of food that I don't eat. But for some reason, that day and that particular meal really looked and smelled appealing to me. So, as I was saying, you gotta be ready to pivot, do something different than what everybody else is doing. I ended up ordering through Uber Eats. I ordered some hamburger patties from Whataburger. And once I ate that, I felt better and I felt fine. But just being hungry and then seeing that really did trigger me. It's shocking. I was not prepared, guys. I did not expect that to happen at all. That was like the most shocking thing that happened. So I think, I'm probably going to be going back to Texas in another few weeks. And instead of staying at a regular courtyard, I will probably stay at one of the extended stays so I can have a kitchen where I can cook my own meals. It's just going to be better for me if I can go to the store, purchase a steak, season it with my salt that I bring with me, and then eat the steak that I cooked. Because it was just, I just did not know what was in the food that I was eating. And so I don't know what caused the flare-ups that I had. But let me tell you this. So in the mornings, I usually have my fatty water soup. I call it the soup. I usually have the soup, and in that soup I have collagen and I have fat. So the beef tallow and butter and salt. So I don't know if this is the reason or just because I spent a lot of time not eating or what. But I lost like 5 pounds during that trip. When I got on the scale this morning, I was literally 5 pounds down from my last weigh-in. So that was new. I don't think that's ever happened before, to where I traveled and came back down in weight. Especially with all the stuff they have around. I mean, they had so much stuff around for people to eat. It was crazy. All of the snacks and goodies that they had. Maybe I should call them snacks and baddies. Nobody would know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'll probably try to put a picture of that in here too. You guys can get an idea of all the different kinds of stuff that they had for people to eat. And they were bringing different snacks out every day. At least a couple of times a day, they would restock this table full of snacks. So the people were like, I heard a guy on the other side of my cubicle that I was sitting at saying, I'm gonna gain so much weight while I'm here. And yeah, you think? With all these snacks and brownies and cookies and donuts and oh my gosh, it was just crazy the amount of stuff that they had. But hey, I used to partake of all of that too, so I'm not judging them, but I'm just saying I didn't have any hard time with any of that. None of that stuff. Doritos and chips and cookies and donuts, none of that stuff really bothered me. It was just that one meal that they had that looked super good, and I think it was just because I was hungry. So after I ate my burger patties, I was fine. The trees are looking so pretty. They still have leaves on them, so it's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous view. Michigan Fall. One other thing is I had to run through the airport on my way there. I had to run through the airport to try to make my connecting flight. And I think I tweaked my knee trying to do that. And then yesterday when I got to the airport, I had a long wait, like 3-hour wait. So I walked a long part of the way down to my terminal. So I was got to the terminal at like A8 and had to go down to A71. So far down. And in Detroit, they do have a tram, but I was trying to see what kind of food they had there. So I started walking, and now today my knee is a little bit sore. So I need to put a knee brace on it and see if that will help take care of that problem. Anyway, it's good to be home. I've learned a lot. Let me run them back for you. Number 1 was be prepared to fast. Number 2 is be prepared with something in your purse that you can eat. So I had chosen chomps. I think number 3 was be prepared to pivot, do something different than what everybody else is doing. Don't go with the crowd. The next one is for next time. Stay in a room where you can cook your own food. So you can go to the store and buy groceries and then cook and eat the food that you prepared and know exactly what's in the food. Don't be surprised when triggers sneak up on you. And just be prepared to stay the course. Oh, I really need this, you guys. I had a foot cramp the other day. I really need this.